Don't be intimidated, Squidward. Try to imagine him in his underwear. Oh no, he's hot!
So a while back, a friend of mine asked, "Do you have a Ganon amiibo?" To which I say, yes. Yes, I do. So his name is Glass Canondorf, and that is because what I want to do with this amiibo is I want to make him just like one of the hardest hitting amiibo I could possibly do while having like the lowest defense stat I could possibly give him. So he's gonna just be he's gonna be a literal Glass Canondorf. A couple moves I want to make sure to teach him, including the got your nose move and the Warlock Punch, I think is what it's called. Oh, well, that's an exploding barrel. Yeah, here we go, Warlock Punch. Which hopefully he'll be better at using it than Captain Falcon was with his Falcon Punch. I'm hoping that video came out because I've been releasing them out of order recently. One of my favorite combinations to pull as Ganondorf is the got your nose into Warlock Punch. Works every time. Or at least 90% of the time.
Which is all the time.
Also thinking I might teach this one to do a lot of grabbing. Because I haven't really done amiibos who grab. Into the fire. No. I said into the fire. Okay, well he got there anyway, so I guess it all worked out in the end. And got your nose. Whoop, nope. Got your nose into Warlock Punch. It's so powerful. He also hasn't been trying to do anything I've been teaching him yet, but they don't do it immediately. Oh, he has learned how to react to Warlock Punch though, which, to be fair, I didn't even realize could be blocked. Got your nose into downward sweep is also a really good one. Ow. As well as kick him in the shin. That one is also pretty dang good. I will give him that. He's figured out kick him in the shin. And the do-ya, which I called it the downward sweep, but I misspoke. The downward sweep that I had spoken of was really the do-ya. And that's the ooh-ya. I really want to get this ingrained into his memory that this is a powerful move. Because, I mean, in essence, it's one of the most powerful things getting out. And that's what we call bad luck. It's okay. It's nothing a do-ya can't fix. A do-ya into an ooh-ya. Actually, let me try that. Oh, wait, whoops. I did it wrong already. What if we were to do a do-ya... Oh, wait, hold on. He's moving out of the way now. I might have to wait till he's got a little bit less health because, or the next round, because unfortunately I don't have the time to perform a do-ya into an ooh-ya. We got an, oh no! Oh, he got the nose. He got my nose, but he did not follow it up with Warlock Punch. Okay, and he did both of them in junction with each other, but not in succession. Also, pumped up kicks is a good one. I don't know. Do-ya might just send him flying every time. So it might not be possible to combo do-ya into... Oh yeah, do-ya just sends him flying, so you cannot combo... Oh! He's got my nose, and he did an ooh-ya. Good. Ow. Okay, he's got high kicks. I'm gonna be perfectly honest, I haven't figured out how to do high kick yet. I think Ganon gets special armor when you charge up Warlock Punch, so that's pretty good. He hasn't done a do-ya yet. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think he's done a do-ya yet. Oh, as I was just saying. Good job, Ganon. Or Canondorf. Sorry, I'm Ganondorf. You're Canondorf. He's showing a lot of promise so far. But if I've learned anything with recording these videos, just because they show promise at the beginning does not mean they're gonna actually be that good in practice once they are higher levels. Okay, there we go. I'll wait for him to come to me. Oh wait, Final Smash. Oh, I don't agree with that, but sure, I'll take it. I gotta say, I wasn't expecting that my first Legend of Zelda amiibo I would make was Ganondorf, but I didn't really have plans to do... I don't know who I would have done first if it was a Zelda one. I didn't want to turn around and do Young Link again because I just had Young Link not that long ago. I did the first 4 of these videos before deciding I really wanted to do more videos. and in that period between them, that's when I got Youngling and trained him. So he didn't get he could have gotten a video, but he didn't end up getting a video. Look how even he is, even at this. Actually, wait, hold on. I should set something up here. I'm probably too late to try to really set this up, but I want to see something. I'm always having ideas partway through making these videos, which is horrible for me in editing, but I guess it makes sense in hindsight. Okay, dojos. Okay, major increase in offense, major decrease in defense. This is actually kind of perfect for what I'm doing, Mr. Lobster Man here. Because like I said, ultimately what I want to have happen is that I want to have him be full-on damage with basically no defense. So that's gonna be what I'm aiming for there. I suppose in the meantime we'll just continue on his training. There we go. That's what I was trying to do before. Okay, here comes the bullet bill. And that actually didn't help me at all either. Okay, he's getting pretty good at counterattacking. Okay, yeah, he reached the level 31 there, which normally is where I gave him. Normally is when I give him spirits, but the spirits that I'm training specifically to get the desired effect are currently still being trained, so it might have to be a 2-session time for Ganon here. So I guess maybe at this point I will save his progress and I will come back to him later. We'll be back with Canondorf after a while once the spirits have had a chance to train properly. And we will see you then, which for you watching is going to be in like 2 seconds.
Moments later.
Alright, it's a bit later. The spirits have been retrieved from their thing. So now, that did not decrease defense as much as I thought it would. Well, what options are going to give me the least amount of defense? Nothing ever works the way I think it will in this game. Okay, so Houndoom will still decrease, only by 37. I'm looking to see if there are any that will decrease shielding while it's still increasing his attack value. I think that's as low as I'm going to get his defense stat. Takes it down even more, even though he doesn't really use weapons as much. He does, well, then again, he has the Duya sword. He has the Duya and the Uya, which do use his sword. These are his stats right now. 3,651 in attack, but only 549 in defense. So this is the closest to a glass cannon as I'm going to be able to get him. He gained a lot of weird levels through all the spirits that I had to apply. Even with the spirits giving him different benefits, he still is pretty much fighting the way I taught him to play. Although, not so much of the Warlock punch yet, but he did at least do the Got Your Nose a few times. And the Duyas and the Uyas. I almost just said Corrin now has home stage advantage, but I'm one Fire Emblem game off. Like, legitimate question, because I'm still relatively new to the Smash Bros. Scene, I guess, but like, what is the exact reason that people hate Fire Emblem in this game? Is it just because they say there's way too many Fire Emblem characters? Because I don't know how I feel about that either. I forgot to look at the end of the last round to see what his damage output is. Because like, I'm still playing with the Galactonite spirit, which is like one of the best spirits that I have. Okay, so I don't know how to fit this in exactly, other than to just say it's because I'm now playing as a lot of Zelda characters. But I think I mentioned before that I had been streaming the World of Light. I just finished it a few days ago on my Twitch channel, so I'm not streaming it anymore. But I gotta say, there is this one part that just completely baffled me. It's the sub-zone area in the Dark Realm for Zelda stuff, and it just didn't make any sense to me because, like, obviously it's meant to be the Triforce, so I was like, yeah, sure, that makes sense. But, like, the characters down there, you get Zelda, which makes sense. You get Young Link, which makes sense, but I think you could have maybe put either of the other two Links down there because part of the whole thing is about like getting over to where the Master Sword is. and young Link is the only one of the 3 Links who does not carry some form of the Master Sword. And then I was like, okay, so there's this one area over in the one corner, it's in like the dark, shadowy swampland. I was like, okay, so this must be where Ganon is gonna be, because, you know, Zelda was over on the opposite corner, it was like a little town, that makes sense. I threw myself off the edge of the map. But, no, that's where young Link was, and I was like, okay, so why is okay, so obviously this third hero that's down here must be Ganondorf, but it wasn't even Ganondorf there, it wasn't Link, it wasn't Ganon, it wasn't Zelda, you know who it was? Cloud Strife! I was just so confused. Oh, okay, he finally did a Warlock Punch, great. He's remembering. Simba, you must remember who you are. I'll stay up here where it's safe, thanks. Come on, how did that not hit him? Was I too far away? Does the Triforce have a limited range? Okay, like, it may not be the most fair thing because I also have a really powerful spirit and got a lot more kills than he did, so maybe this isn't the best way to judge it. Although maybe it is, because that means that his defense is really low. No. That makes sense, actually, because his defense is really low, so his damage, it's going to be hard to gauge his damage, not his defense. Okay, that's... Interesting. I gotta think of a way to gauge his damage, then. Other than, I guess there's one way I can do it. Hold on. Just gonna necessitate me going back a few steps. Show damage, yes. There we go. Not overly confident in my ability to play Zelda, but I think I can make it work. Okay, so let's gauge his defense here. Okay, so his defense is pretty bad, which is good. That's just exactly what I wanted. His damage output. I'm gonna have to play without a spirit to get a good gauge of his damage output, aren't I? I just realized that. Because otherwise, like, I'm tanky right now because of the Galactonite Spirit. Although that was pretty neat. That was pretty gnarly. Okay, just, I'm at 0%. Let's see what a regular attack will do for me. Or, unless he just wants to do that to himself a few times. Can he not figure out how to get back up here? Okay, well, stage is morphing, so I suppose this will help him. Okay. So, alright. Controlled environment. Come over here and hit me. Okay, just hit me! Okay. Yeah, like this is... It's not gonna be a really... I'm gonna have to play without a spirit to really gauge his damage output, aren't I? How savage was that, getting up and throwing him into the lava wall. Love it. Okay, Zelda's pretty powerful too. One of these days I'll do a Zelda video. I want to see if I can throw him in the wall again. Oh no, is he stuck? Okay, good. He figured out how to get up here. Bye-bye. Okay, true test now. Taking the spirit off from my fighter so we can really get to see how well he is. So I'll bust out Sheik for this one so we're keeping with the Zelda theme. Okay, yes, definitely yes. He definitely is very much a damage output. It was just that I was so tanky with the spirit that I was using. Because that was just one single hit. I think I will leave damage indicators on from now on. Like, because it is a little fun to see how well they're actually doing, and I probably should have had them on this whole time. Oh hey, look where we are! My favorite map again. Okay, he grabbed. He finally grabbed. I was trying to teach him to do that a while back. Ow! I'm dead. I came close. I probably came close, right?
Oh my goodness!
Okay, let's just put Galactonite back on then, shall we? Palutena! I gotta beat some sense back into him now, because so far... Oh my gosh. Hold still! Okay, well, I've gotten pretty good at playing Palutena. Okay, never mind. I like to think I've gotten fairly okay at Palutena. Ow. You have to just show me off every single time I try to say I'm good at something. So 48, so a couple more rounds ought to do it. Let's go... Where is he? There he is. Let's go to the lab. No, come on. No, come on. I want to use my final smash. And I wasted it because of freaking course I did. He's really liking the Duyas. Oh, and the Sucker Punch. Forgot about that move. Ganon's favorite move, Sucker Punch. The one thing that Ganon, like, as much as the Duya is really powerful, he has to wind it up. So, there's a window of opportunity when he's winding it up that you can attack him. Why do I always get my final smash right as stage morph is happening? Okay, it's fine though, it's fine. Oh, he's already level 50, so you know what that means. Alright, we have Canondorf versus Ganondorf. So Ganondorf did make a brief cameo appearance in round 3 of the Amiibo tournaments, the grand finale. He was one of the participating Amiibo who was in the Refit Trainer Gauntlet. They're both very similarly, like, returning in kind. Ganondorf is really all about the kicks, but Canondorf has a lot of different moves up his arsenal. From the Duyas, Ganondorf getting his final smash first. They both appear to really like the Duyas. See, where Canondorf likes the Uyas and the Duyas, the Ganondorf really likes his high kick, which Canondorf does a little bit of, but not like a significant a lot of. See there, he just did it a little bit. He presented himself to the Ganon monster. I feel like this is a battle of like equals right here, because usually there's like one clear outlier between my two Amiibos, like especially the older ones that I have, but Ganondorf was one of the more recent ones I did before I started this series. So his training is still fresh compared to like when we had Sparky versus Robbie. Their appearances are so similar too, but Canondorf is a little bit more green. Oh, they're just having a teabag party. Well, now they both have final smashes. It's really hard to tell who's who, but I think that was a point for Canondorf, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, yep, that one's definitely Canondorf because he did the grab your face, because he did the gut your face. And here we go with another. Ooh, he interrupted the Duya. Oh, he tried for the got your face, but he was just out of reach. Oh man, the teabagging is unreal from this guy. The disrespect. Oh, easy way to tell which one's which. Ganondorf's cloak is green and Ganondorf's is red. I figured this out within the last 15 seconds. I honestly don't know which one's winning. I'm gonna put my money and say that Canondorf is still winning. So it's gonna be hard to say after that. Like one of the evenest fights we've ever had. Oh no, it was still Ganondorf who won. But how close was it? Because that felt really close. By 1 point! You know what? That is really respectable, Canondorf. Alright, so that's another really successful Amiibo training in the books. Canondorf, while he did not win his final matchup against Ganondorf, he still really impressed me going through this here. So yeah, thanks everybody so much for watching here, and until next time, just remember,
you haven't seen the last of me!